Just 5 by 5. Oh, it's monstrous. Hey everybody, this is going to be an update video. I'm also going to show my go-to knife. But namely, I just want to say I'm back. I'm sorry it took so long. But I dealt with the concussion, and then I had to deal with the repercussions of having that concussion. Namely, I have to go one more semester of school because I had to drop that class, which is no fun, but what can you do? I've also been working on a shop. Now, it's nothing special, but it's a 10 by 14 shop that I've built in my backyard. Me and a buddy are starting our own business. We've been making knives, gun holsters, knife sheaths. We've started a sharpening service, as well as all the stuff I've been doing in the past with paracord. So hopefully this takes off. It's been a lot of fun. Let me go ahead and show you what we've done. We got the shop built, and I know it is nothing special. It's just a cheap arrow shed, but it does keep the moisture off, and that's real important. But we've wired electricity to it. We've got several lights here. It is kind of rough, but it works. We got a new drill press, a new sander. We got some scroll saw stuff. A bunch of the power tools I already have. We have a bunch of knives still. Right there's a bunch of 5160 and 01. Got a small little air compressor. I'll put up a bunch of my little tools, and this shed is constantly evolving. It's getting better and better. You can see my little Legend tactical board. We put some stuff. This pretty much is a Kydex station. I got an arbor press. It's a 1/2 ton. It's milled for putting in different types of rivets. Namely, number 6 and number 8 is what I use. There's a little convection oven. Over here we've got my press. This is the CKK press, and this is from knifekits.com. It's worked wonderfully. The only complaint I have is that even with heat, a lot of this stays in here until you use it again. You got a lot of indentation from it. But it's not too bad. Everything's turned out wonderfully. Got my little organization place over here, all my tools. You can see this is where I've been hanging all my belts. I have a lot of those. We've got a metal bandsaw here, and I've been using a Grizzly knife grinder, which is really nice to have. It does the job. I know it's not one of the $2,000 knife grinders, but it does work. Alright, let me show you guys some of the things I've been working on. Right here is one of my new gun holsters. You can see it has a carbon fiber top, got a Kydex backing. This is my 327 Performance Center by Smith & Wesson. And yes, it is loaded because I carry it daily. But you can see it slides right into that Kydex and pops, which is really hard to do with the large cylinder, but I've made it work. I'm really proud of that. And it looks nice. And above everything, it is comfortable to carry. You can see this is a sheath I made for my everyday carry knife. And right now, that's one of my designs that was made by one of my friends named Robert Martin of Tops, Knives, and Tears of the Sword. But I designed it, he made it, so it's kind of collaboration. But it's really ergonomic. It has a saber grind, A2 tool steel, has micarta handles. Underneath the handle is a 1/2 inch by 2 inch section that's milled out to hold stuff in the handle, and 3/32 inch screws right here to hold it together, which is something that I have on my Leatherman that I carry. So it's really easy to get to. Here's a couple of knives that I haven't finished grinding on at all. Still got a lot of work. This is an 01. Just going to be a little EDC/neck knife. I have to taper this up a little bit so it won't ride up if you ever have to thrust with it. But it's very comfortable, very ergonomic. I'm probably going to put a G10 handle on it. Should be pretty neat. Right here, this is some 5160 I was just experimenting with. It's nowhere near done. In fact, by the time I'm done grinding on this, it will be about a 1/4 inch less on all sides. And I haven't done much other than that. I'm not even sure about the final design on it, but it will be pretty comfortable, and it will be a sort of bushcraft knife. As far as my go-to knife goes, besides the A2 tool steel knife right here that I love, which I've been carrying a lot, if I could only have one knife, it would be the very first design I ever did. This is the Legend knife that people have come to call it. It has S35VN steel. You can see I've used a lot of this knife out and about. It's just been used and abused and still holding up. I need to sharpen it, I need to clean it up. But you can see I did add a lot of traction to this, which is one of the main things I was looking for, is a knife I can use everywhere, especially in bushcraft or self-defense or whatever. You can see I have the nice knurling here on the back, so you can get a good purchase there on a saber grip. I've also got good knurling up here, so you can skin with it. I've also got some down here so you can choke up on it and do some more detail work. I've got this little thumb detent here, so you can do a nice draw cut that's very comfortable. Back here I've got some jimping, so you can do a nice reverse hold. You can see my little thing there, and this is just micarta handles. It's a very comfortable knife, and it's probably my favorite design just because of how it looks. I'm getting ready to make another sheath for this. It'll be really cool. And you can see the fancy saber grind on it. It's a little larger than most, but it does look nice. You can also see on the back, one of my buddies who does a lot of engraving. In fact, he did engraving on belt buckles for both President Ford and President Reagan. You can see he did the legend engraving back here. You've also got the P1, as it is the first prototype. And there has been a lot of these blades made now, I think up to 10. And you can see right here my buddy's maker's mark that helped me with this. Here's the sword right here. So I think it's really cool. That's my good go-to knife, excuse me. Please check out Lift for Wild. He's the guy who tagged me and asked me to show my go-to knife and all that, and I've just been so busy. I'm sorry I haven't got to it sooner, but here it is. Anyway, let me show you guys a few more things here. One thing I'm really excited about is I picked up this oxy-acetylene setup. Both tanks got new hoses, new tips, and every attachment you can think of for $250 from a friend who was looking to get rid of them. And they're both 2/3 full. So that was really good. Saved a lot of money there. Really cool to have. And I am a decent welder with them, and I can use them around the shop. I know it's been a while since I've been around, but one thing that kind of discouraged me, not only did I have the concussion and stuff like that, but I think it was the 3rd week in August, Google sent me a thing that said they disabled my AdSense account, which, I mean, it was a blow to me. I know I never did the videos for money or anything like that, but it was just kind of discouraging to have it throw away for nothing. They never gave me a reason, they just took it away. Well, I sent in an appeal. They told me no, you'll receive no further communication from us. So that was pretty weird. But then I got an email today randomly that said, hey, we've decided to reverse the decision. Congratulations, you got Google AdSense back. So that got me pretty excited. I know it's not a lot of money or anything like that, but it's just kind of cool to know that the stuff you're doing is doing something more than collect dust on the internet shelf. So anyway, I just want to let you guys know about that. I'm trying to think of anything else I need to tell you guys. Just that I appreciate you guys watching. There will be a lot more videos coming out. I will be doing a lot more stuff. Stuff like that World War III video I did. Stuff like the home invasion. I had so many great ideas I wanted to do. And in the coming weeks I'm going to get to that. So I appreciate your guys' views. Remember to rate and comment. And I'd love to have you guys subscribe. So I'll talk to you guys later. Time for me to go to work. I have to get these chips out of the edge of the fast talk. Let's get this going. Looks good.